Okay, so we got some of our parts in today. So we used to have a 3-stage water separator. Now we have a 4, which is good because if I thought what did the most was this end one, and now we have 2. So I'm happy about that. I didn't realize it had different fittings than my old one, which is okay because I actually didn't really like how the old one fit in there. I had to put all the fittings together and then solder it in place. This one, I'm just going to run a short hose from over there to over here. And then the long hose can go from here to the plasma cutter. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is make another short hose to run from the water separator to the plasma cutter and get a Y. And then I think it's a 25-foot, maybe it's a 30-foot hose. I actually can't remember. And then I'll put that on the other Y because it's kind of annoying to constantly have to unhook it and everything. And so my plan is up in this corner up here is where we're going to hang our heater. Reason being, there's nothing really that ever goes over the plasma table. We're not flipping things around or anything like that. So we'll be out of the way up there. And then up there next to it, kind of here, thinking about putting kind of like that cabinet, but just hang on the wall. And just kind of put stuff up there, stuff I stock but I don't use all the time. So that's kind of future stuff. But the one thing I didn't realize, I plumbed all of this in, and I actually thought I was going to have more room here where I could walk through, and it is kind of tight to get in there. I can reach my foot and open all my valves at the bottom. Actually, talking with some of my friends here on YouTube, I got to look into it and see what I got to do and make those auto drain valves. I think that's going to be probably the best case scenario. But so we got those. We have this up here. I got to finish screwing it on. And then we also have the computer. It's set up. All I had to do was buy a 16-foot. For some reason, I thought I had 2 cables that I had to run from the computer to the box. Why I thought that, I don't know. Just had to run a 16-foot USB cable. So the next thing will be fitting something up here to hold the plasma cutter. And I'll be happy if the plasma cutter is either under the computer or mounted under the table. The reason I think under the computer would be good is one of the things I want to buy is a hand torch for this, because there's a lot of times where it's like I-beams and certain things like that. Right now I have my torches in here for whenever I got a torch steel, but it'd be nice to kind of just switch over to the hand torch and be able to use the plasma cutter. Torches could then go back on the truck. Eventually, and I'm good with buying the hand torch because eventually I just want to buy a hypertherm. I'm thinking a 65 so we can do thicker plate. I would really like to be able to do 1.5 inch plate. I don't really foresee myself needing to go over 1.5 inch very much. Only a few times where I'd actually need 1.5 inch, but that's just kind of my thought process for right now. But I'd like to be able to cut 1 inch plate fairly realistic on time. Maybe an 85. I don't know. I need to, and I'm sure someone on here will speak up and tell me if it's true or if it's just a myth. But I seem to remember there was something along the lines of the bigger the plasma cutter, the worse it does with thinner material. I don't know if that's the truth or not. I just remember hearing that when I first got into welding. And you catch on to a lot of those kind of things that are kind of mythy. Another thing I was told, and it might be slightly true, but not to kind of the degree people might brag on it, was if you're going to weld a lot of aluminum, you have to buy Miller because it's the best. But if you're going to weld a lot of structural, it has to be a Lincoln because they're better. There might be slight differences, but I've welded aluminum with a Lincoln, and it runs similar to running on a Miller. Maybe it's a little different, but it's not like it's not that black and white. Like, you could get by with a Lincoln for either of them. You could get by with a Miller for either of them. And if there's one thing that's more true, I will say I have ran a few Millers on aluminum that I like better. But I have ran Millers, Hobarts, Lincolns, doing heavy structural stuff. I like them all. They all lay down very good beads. So, but you just like, you hear like all sorts of them things that it's kind of like after a while you're thinking like, all right, people are just saying that. So I don't know. But anyway, so then we got to finish hanging the drywall. We got to strip everything off that wall. Finish insulating. There's a couple spots that need insulating. But the goal is to have that back wall clean. So the toolbox, I think, needs to come live here. And then I have a small section for bottles. And then I need to kind of creep this space, tighten it up a little bit, get rid of some of the gaps in the junk. And I think I'll have 2 spots to put the welders. So, because we're doing construction work, like my table saw, my chop saw, those are kind of just in here floating around all the time. I think the biggest thing we're saving money for right now is an enclosed trailer. We can put all of our construction tools in and then not have to worry about it so much, tripping over so much stuff. Then actually a lot of what's in here can shuffle out there and be under lock and key still. So that would be good. And then, yeah. And then anyways, this whole center space just open, which I like. I like it. If I really wanted to, if I felt the need to this winter or something, I could build 2 long bed flatbeds in here. It would be tight. How I would do it is get 2 tacked together. When it's time to weld them out, just because I like room when I'm welding, roll one out, weld one, swap them. But if it was like winter or raining or whatever, I could bring both of them in here and get them painted. So, but yeah, so that's a plan. The other thing I thought about making, you see how much dust just collects on this? I mean, this is only after like a few months of cutting. And there's really, I have to be careful because as you can see, that I can't really go above here, but I can come like here and maybe bolt to here and make just kind of like a splash guard to go over this. Because I don't like how like water can just drip on this thing. Dirt obviously collects on it. Like, it gets terrible. So it's the brain box. It's important. So I think I'll probably eventually make something that just kind of comes up here, has a little lip bend, and then I can clean it off when I need to. The only thing that makes me hesitant on that is I never really use the emergency stop button because I always had the computer here. So if I was standing here, I could just stop it on the computer. What's different now is the computer's over there. If I'm sitting here and I'm watching it and I need to throw the e-stop on, I could hit it here, or if I was over there, I could hit it on the computer. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to work that in, but that's something I want to do. But we'll finish getting the dryer put on next week sometime before we need to run the plasma cutter again. We'll plumb it in. It'll just be simple as getting a few fittings, which I like because I always hated how just annoying it was having those fittings on there. And yeah, so this one's way better. Yeah, so anyways, I got to get to work on this smoker behind me. It's on the table. Going to try to have it done in the next few days. Whew. Up the wazoo. It's one of them fun times where it's like you're up the wazoo in work, but everyone's taking a while to pay. So right now I have I have 4 jobs that I have fronted. This is something to remember. Yeah, 4 jobs active right now that I'm like, working this job until we run out of material and jumping over here. You know what I mean? Just like doing them all at once, all 4 jobs at once. I've fronted the material for 3 of them, 3 of the 4, which it was kind of like, maybe we, didn't know we needed this or whatever. But 3 of the 4 jobs I fronted the material for. We have employees, so I have fronted all of the labor for the employees, and I'm waiting on getting paid. So that one's kind of hit the old pocketbook a little hard. So we're beans and ricing it right now, and then but hopefully in this next week they should all pretty much get finished, and we should get paid for them all, and then we'll be sitting nice. Then my wife will probably want to go Christmas shopping. But anyways, guys, don't forget. I'll have a video posted. I'm gonna go do all my re-edits this weekend. We're gonna be out of town, so that I'm bringing the laptop. That's the only work I'm doing is social media. Don't forget to watch the video and enter to win a Hercules corded bandsaw. It's free to enter. All you got to do is subscribe, and there's a keyword you have to comment. So you got to go watch the video to figure out the keyword. Do that. I think there's 28 people 28 people entered right now, and we're doing about a $300, $300 value. So you're not going to want to miss that. That's really easy thing to do to win a bandsaw, right? So, go check that out, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.